Welcome to Man Cave Models. Carrying on with this kubelwagen build, still doing bits and bobs on the engine. So where I left it before, I was going to paint some bits, which were these bits here, up through there. So I've done a little bit of pre-weathering on them. So obviously got do a bit more, but it's the areas you won't get into once you put it all together. Really, that's the only reason I've done it. So they all get weathered at the same sort of time. We're sort of ready to start putting some of these bits together. So I think that's what we're going to do on this video. Hopefully, we'll try and get out this engine bay so we can get on. The only thing that I have got to do is just inside here, just there. If you can see that, yeah, just here. You have a little metal container, which is this one. So I've base coated it black, and I thought I'd give a go with some of the AK marker pens, because I've got some metallic colours. So I might just give it a go with that and see, because you're not planning on showing the engine. It's we're doing a lot of work for some we're not going to see, but it would be nice to give it a go. So I have got an aluminium. It would be nice to try it on that. So we'll give that a go, see how it goes, and start looking at putting some bits and bobs together, I think. All right, let's have a look. So if I get a bit closer, let's move some of these bits. So I will go through some of this weathering bits in a minute with you as well as we put it together, because it's a bit of a strange, to be honest, it's a bit of a strange colour call out. Didn't expect to be painting parts of the underneath of this black. So to be fair, alright, let's have a try with these pens, shall we? Let's try it on something first. Right. So you see this? I can get a bit closer still, I think. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Try and get the room. There we go. So got a sneaky feeling the bottom part of this is the sand, is the sandy colour anyway. Sure we're doing anything on a stick, really. Well, it seemed to cover all right for that. Bear with me, I'll just do a bit off camera because I can't get the camera and this. Let that go. That's not too bad actually. Right, so let that dry off. I've left the bottom, that bit, because I think that's the inside colour. but I'm not quite sure what it is, so I don't know. It just sits on the side. I don't know what it does. So yeah, but it does call out. I'm sure I've seen pictures of these in there. It's like a silvery colour, so that's what I'm going to do. And at the end of the day, I'll say you're not going to see this anyway. So I must apologise. My voice sounds funny. I've had a bug for the week, and yeah, it's just doing a good impression of a dog sometimes. So. Right, so we are. Oh, and also X1, just flat black. I'm not quite sure what they are. So, like I say, I'm not a VW mechanic. I don't know. These bits here. I got a sneaky feeling. I think they are to do with a heating channel that comes down the side here, and I've got a sneaky feeling they go onto the exhaust, and that's what they are. So technically, they would probably be quite rusty. So we could do that before we get everything else in the way, because that's what will happen. So we start off with a shadow rust and just chip it up with that, because like I say, I won't give it a wash yet, because you're not going to see it. Well, you are, but I want to try and tone it all in one go. We're just getting the basis of it down, really, because like I say, you know, by the time we put you won't get to them to do certain things. It's all, so we just try and do it so we can. Right, trusty bit of paper. I'll bring this camera back. No, I won't actually. I'll keep it as it is. I don't know if you can. I think you've seen me do the chipping bit before, so I do that. Now you can see that. So I get my old defrost on, get it off, so like you're getting just that, and then go over it. I think most heat pipes you see on anything like this are generally, if they are rusty, they're not a lot of paint left on them. The heat tends to take it off. Between that and everything else, like I say, you know, we'll add a bit of a dark wash into this as well, to give it a bit of, go into all the grooves and make them stand out. I get a couple little bits under here as well, actually. Just get a little bit of extra colour in there. Right. So, for a sec, on our plans, what we were last time, we were going to paint these, them, put this together. These are going to go in, and stick that into there like that once it was done. And obviously I have painted these. I've started painting them anyway. These are now black. So let's pull this camera out a bit because it's not going to be in so tight there. There you go, a bit better. So yes, I think we're pretty close to putting things together. So if I'm looking at the way this goes, so our engine sits into this cradle, like so, and that then sits into there. I don't know why it tapes on there. So we can glue that into place a minute because I know that's good. Getting goopy in there, and goopy on here, here. Sticky in place. So I don't know if I can get some in just there. That's it. We're a bit careful because it will pull the paint off. Right, so I got a sneaky feeling that's this one. Actually, they've got, yeah, so just in there. Okay, angle. Don't know if you can see that. There's a little keyway. See that? I might pick it up. Yeah, you can see the key. Just see the keyway there. That. So, and that one's got the keyway on it there. So we can put that one in place. That pushes onto there. And that should have just clicked onto there, which it has. And so now I actually used Vallejo's primer when I primed this, but I used a Vallejo gloss primer, and when I sprayed this, I got a bit of overspray on here, and I put a little bit of thinners on to get it off before it dried, and it took the primer straight off, and that primer had been on there for like a week or so. So I don't know, I get a lot of problems spraying it. Some people love it and seem to get on with it, but I don't, for some reason I don't seem to get on with it. I don't know why. So same with the other side. Now if you look on this one, so I can get you in close, get your finger in because it seems over focus. Come on. There you are, see. Now that hasn't got a keyway. That's got like a half round. So you can't, once they're made, you can't mix them up. Well, there's always a possibility, I suppose. But that one goes in tight. There you go. Sticky in place. So when I put this together, the call out, just in case anybody is building this, is gloss black, gloss black, gloss black, matte black, gloss black, gloss black. The hubs, they're supposed to be body colour, so what I've done is I've left them off. I've painted them body colour, but I didn't bother gluing them on like it says, because then that way I don't have to mask it and I can carry on and just stick them on at the end. So that's that little bit done. Right, so that's done. Oh, and it does actually, it's, if you want your wheels to rotate on this one, it does say to screw these bits in before you add these. But to be fair, if you put the hubs on and you glue the hubs, you don't need to screw. It's up to you. You can put the screw in, screw the hub on, if you want the wheels to rotate. But I don't know about you, I'm not going to be driving it up and down the table, so I don't need them to rotate. I've put the wheels on last when I finish painting. That's my plan anyway. So then on that, so I'm going to try and be a quick video, but on that is now showing that we put that in place. So we'll do that, add that piece, which I've painted, but I've weathered one side and chipped it. Haven't done that side yet, so I thought I'd do that on camera. Then we can fit the exhaust, and we can fit the exhaust in these bits. So izzy wizzy. So there are little keyways on this as well, and that sits in. What sits in is in. It's quite a nice little fit actually. See what I mean about getting to these bits afterwards? They're not easy, is it? So, right, let's get that glued. Now this Tamiya paint will burn through, through the glue. If you can get away with not painting anything, then obviously, try not to, because it's better to have a nice surface. So this same, we can put this whole piece in. Nice to actually start getting through bits together, to be honest. A clamp would be handy, but to be fair, I haven't got anything that long. So there's that piece, and it's showing on our plan. And to add that piece, sorry, can't remember you said, yeah, to add that piece, which is this piece. So we'll add that. Nice snug fit. Like I say, we'll muck some of this up in a bit once it's done. Looks like that piece needs to squeeze on a bit. I wonder if I can get a clamp on it. There it goes. Just catching on something. I think that's what he's catching on, is that part of the exhaust there. Just sort of there. See if we can help that in place. Yeah, I think I got it. Just say it's a tamiya kit, they normally go quite well, so right, see, I thought these would have been like a sandy colour too, but I don't know. So I got a sneaky feeling the when we get to the front end, the front end suspension parts will probably be black as well then. See that? That's my fault. I didn't put the so there's a keyway in these as well. So got to add these bits. There's a keyway on the top there, look. So you can't really go that wrong with it. And that one should just sit straight in there, look. And then we got the other one to add, which is not there, nor there. It's hiding. Good old blue tack, as you can see. Use it to hold the bits where you paint them. So this one's the same, keyway there. Pop him in place. Of course, turn it on camera, so it makes it more awkward for some reason. It's a shame because a lot of this, once you start putting bits on, it actually disappears. You don't see it. There. Whew. Starting to feel like we're getting somewhere. Right, down to exhausts, which are those two. Now I have pre-painted these to a point. So those two, they're a bit glossy at the moment. So put a bit of matte, it will change the colour again. See, that's that one done for a minute. So I got that one goes there. I'll go there. So I base coated these exhausts in the matte black, and then give them a few bit like you do with chipping, all over with different tones, like a rust tones. Now, I don't think they, to be fair, I don't think these are brilliant. Not kit wise. I think the rust tones aren't as good as they should be, and I've got a sneaky feeling that I probably should have used a different base coat, to be fair. But I don't do, most of my stuff's big armour. I don't do a lot of rusty exhaust pipes, not like that. But I'll wait and see, because like I say, I've got to, so those bits where I've just cleaned up, I'll clean them up with a bit of paint. But they are, like I say, a little bit glossy at the moment. Sometimes when you have the matte, it changes the colour completely for you. So these we've got to add, and that sits there, and that, yeah, look, there's that bit that I was on about. So they sit there and there, look. That bit sits in that hole, okay. So yes, that is definitely the heater channel. Yeah, that's him. So that one's down, that one sits there. That one, I think it's going to be a lesser of two evils with that one, sorry then. See that one sitting a lot higher than that one for some strange reason. Let's have a quick look. There it goes. Yeah, better. Happier now. So they're in place, so they're now sitting same level. So now we've got to add these little bits. Now, excuse me, they basically sit on like that, which is such a shame, isn't it? Because I'm just going about to cover up all this. I don't know if you can. Okay, if you look inside it, you can see it, but yeah, if you look inside, you can just see stuff. I don't know if you can see it to the light. You just see it there, look. So you can just see, but a bit of a, like I say, a bit of a shame that you put all that effort in. But it is what it is. We'll make it look beat up. Not quite exactly sure what this bit actually what that actually sticks to. Obviously that lip there, I think lip here picks it up. Yeah, I think that's it. They do sit different because obviously these onion blocks, one's further up than the other. Look, you can just see that. I don't know if you see it. I'm going to get it right on the count there. You see it? So this one sits higher. So that's the underside. Let's let that dry. And then we've got obviously the inside. So I don't know how much tilt I got on this. Yeah, so we've got that side of it to do. So we've got a box to add, which is that beat up box that I've done. There, look. A bit more if I can. No. That's better. Yeah, that box. And we've got a couple tools to add. I think it's a pump and a jack to add into there, which I've base coated, so they'll be ready for some paint as well. So let's get them out and organised, and then I'll be back. Right, so there's our pump. So there's our pump, and there, our pump and our jack. I wasn't sure what colour I wanted to go from because it's probably a standard thing that was made. So I presume it, to be quite honest, it would probably just be the German grey. So I'm going to go with the German grey, I think. We've duff these up a little bit before they go in, but they basically go, according to our plans, just in here. So yeah, let's duff them up a little bit. We'll do that, put them in place, and then we can weather the inside of that. So let's have a look. Yes, like I say, I'm sorry about the sniffly bits, to be honest. I think everybody's getting these codes around here at the moment. So I'm going to go and do a bit of chipping with that one on. Like I say, I'm not going to go mad with these because to be fair, like I said, we're not really going to see much of or any of this, I don't think, to be quite honest. So it's just more of a exercise of just doing it, I think. I don't know about you, but every jack I've seen has always been duff right up. Get one out your car, it's the same, right mess. Right. So this is probably as far, getting the colour and that dry. That's probably as far as I want to go. I think that's wood and that's probably wood. So we'll get these off with the sprue and a little bit of a clean up where they're going to go. And then I'm going to try another one of those pens because I think that's all they're good for. Is like basically, I've tried to do a bit of chipping with them and they're a bit. I'm trying to think what the word is that I'm looking for. The tips are quite thick. They're hard to control. Put them off. Yeah, you'll never get this in one coat with these pens either. Try a minute. Try a minute. Right, a little bit of drying time. Right, so we have our pot. Made it a little bit gungy. We have our jack. So we can get that clearly. So we'll put those in place. So our jack goes into here. Get it the right way around to start with. So a little bit it sits in there. And there. Sorry. Move a few things in a minute. Right. That's better. So our jack. Yeah, so he sits there, look. Stick some glue on that one. One of those kits, if you wanted to go crazy with this and add all the extra cables and stuff like that, it would look really nice. Trouble is, for me, that's not what I was doing, which is a shame. But because it just means you're not showing it's. Oh, come on. It's going to be one of those. There you go. So yeah, it's a shame. I don't know what that actually. I don't know what that bit is. So I'm moving things around a little bit just to try and get a better camera angle for you. Sometimes there's just not enough room. These kits take a fair bit of space. Yeah, so I don't know what it is, to be fair. And obviously we'll put the air filter back in. Now I thought the pump goes, I think the pump goes on the door, but I'm not sure. Not unless I sit down and read the plan properly in a minute. But so that one sits in there. And just in there. Right, so apart from obviously weathering, and a bit more stuff in there which we're not going to see. So that's basically us with the engine part of this. Seems like a long time coming, but yeah, if you wanted to build this, if you want to build this, like I say, and put the detail in, like the cables and pipework, then yeah, it would be quite nice, wouldn't it? That'll look, time you add a few more bits to that, sort of close it in, it'll look quite funky, that. So that's that part done at least. Yeah. You know, sometimes no matter how much room you make for these things, there's never enough. Always something in your way. So our next step, which will be in the next video anyway, I think, is, so we all this is done now. So we're going to be working on the front suspension, which, yes, I'm right, like I was saying earlier, I think it's black. Yes, it's black. Doesn't make sense. I think they would have just painted the whole thing one colour, or it's, they make it in, when they make it they just paint it. So yes, we've got that to do, and then we'll start getting on to the body and stuff like that. Should be quite cool. Hopefully get a bit more building done rather than build a little bit and paint a little bit, if you know what I mean, once we get out of this area. So what I'll do is, when we get to this point, is I'll spray these arches and do the same as I've done with the back of this one. So we've got that scenario already done. I might even paint the whole bottom. Trouble is, it's okay doing this, but what I like to do normally is modulate the colours, so you know, it makes things stand out a bit more. But you're not really going to see a lot of this underneath, so we'll probably get away with it a bit. But yeah, I think that's the way to go. So I shall take a couple of photos of the back and put them on the back end of this video as well. But I think that's it for the engine bay, and we'll start, like I say, we'll start on the front. I think it'd be a good idea. So I shall till the next video, leave anybody else building along with this enjoys it and finds it helpful. Like I say, everybody, if you watch these videos, I know they can be a bit long, but the idea is you're supposed to build alongside with it. If you can like and subscribe, it helps me grow the channel. And like I say, get on with your build. See you till next time.